I am Edalia Day and I'm the lead artist of the Kinema of Dreams. So basically we started running 4 workshops with young adults in King's Lynn. We did a spoken word workshop and an animation workshop, a projection mapping workshop and a sound design workshop, and then we took all of that content and we wove it together into this amazing creation, the Kinema of Dreams. As we started writing, we had this amazing writing session, and there was just so much rich material all about black shuck and witches and horrors, and there was a lot of feminist stuff as well that came through about what a witch is and what we regard as a witch and why we regard someone as a witch and what all of that means. There were also some really interesting things about Vinegar Tom, who is this little witch's familiar in this woodcut image from the 19th century. And it's just this one particular picture which just captivated a lot of people and has ended up becoming a large part of what we've created.
I'm Rosa and I'm Associate Producer at Collusion and producer of the Kinema of Dreams. So Fuse is our group of young creatives ages 17 to 30 based in King's Lynn. And the idea is that we're offering creative opportunities, a chance to collaborate in our projects, but also a chance to collaborate with each other, gain some skills and some career support as well. Things like you don't even think about, working in the arts, like invoicing and websites when you're kind of looking at a creative career. But these things are really important. Sharing opportunities, local opportunities, and acting like a sort of like informal agency for these young people to find out what's going on. We witnessed all of the young people's skills kind of really coming out, and some people who thought maybe they weren't that skilled at poetry come out with some beautiful poetry that has now been incorporated into the final piece. And so really it's been about drawing out all of those skills and really trying to establish them as a creative professional working in King's Lynn and what that means, using this project kind of as a chance for them to do that.
I think the most fun has been getting to know lots of new people who are all very creative, getting to play around with a lot of different technologies that I wouldn't normally have access to, and just being able to create something with a really great bunch of people that looks really cool.
I'm Savannah and I'm the assistant arts producer for this project. So we went to the Majestic Cinema with the young people and we got to look around at some of the places that the public wouldn't normally get to see. A lot of it was really creepy, and that sort of fed into the horror themes that we had that played a big part in the project.
So we had a lot of sort of issues with the building. We couldn't drill into the walls because as a listed building we had to do loads of things that meant that we could bring the installation into the space, and also for collusion as well. So the way that I've designed it means that they could add different size lengths in and change the shape of the cube if they needed to, so it's quite reusable. And I patinaed it, which is actually something you normally do with bronze sculptures, and then waxed it instead of putting like a horrible chemical on it or painting it. And then we also reused the curtains as well, so there was quite a lot of sustainable stuff interwoven into it.
I'm Rich Hall and I'm the lead creative technologist for Collusion. So my role on the project has been helping to get the tech working and realising the ideas from the Fuse group and the work from Edalia in the installation, as well as working on the installation here. I helped Edalia to prepare the projection for Grey Fires, which was using After Effects, and to configure that to fit the building and fit the masks, which again we've been doing since 2017.
I really enjoyed working with Collusion. It was really exciting to come into this project, working with a whole team of people from all sorts of different walks of life, and create and feed off their creativity, and then to be given the freedom to just go, where do I want to take this? Which is quite rare in this industry. And it's been really beautiful to make this creation.
One of the biggest joys for me with this project has been seeing the young people really grab it with both hands and run with it, and take pride in their work, and to work alongside them as well. Also working within the creative team with Edalia Day and Lucy Marsden, two phenomenal artists, and being able to bring them into this process as collaborators with the young people, that for me has been the joy, has been like, as a producer, you're often like an octopus, you know, making sure that everybody's kind of, you know, okay and supported, but also creatively satisfied with where they're at. And it's been wonderful watching those collaborations organically come to the fore.
Collusion's been working in King's Lynn for 7 years now with various communities, delivering all kinds of projects over the years. And this was the first year that we've worked with Fuse, our new youth collective. And it really demonstrates an important part of our growth and how we can help young people to think about the careers and creative skills and ways for them to come into the arts industry. And we really hope that we'll be continuing to do that in future with young people in King's Lynn.